Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking on the Farm. I'm Rachel and today we just got these beautiful peacock eggs. I've already got my date on them, so we're gonna stick them in the incubator and then we're gonna go make some coffee cake. See you soon. Alright, let's go make some food. Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking on the Farm. I am Rachel and I am so excited to bring you guys coffee cake. This recipe is a much requested recipe. I've had teachers from the school that I graduated from, HomeLink. Hi guys! So anyway, this recipe is going out to all of you who love coffee cake, who don't want a lot of eggs, and you can make this with gluten-free flour. It's not as fluffy, but still, it is super delicious. I've done it many a times. All right, come on in and let's get this going. You have 1 pound of brown sugar, which is 3 cups. You have 1.5 cups of white sugar, 7 tablespoons of cinnamon, or a little bit more, because I love cinnamon. 2 cups of veggie oil or olive oil or coconut oil, 5.5 cups of flour, 1 cup to 1.5 cups of walnuts or whatever nut you prefer, 2 cups of milk, 1 tablespoon vinegar, 1 teaspoon vanilla or a little bit extra, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt. All right, you're also gonna need 2 9x13 pans. I'm doing one in foil because it's going to my husband. He's gonna take it to work for all the guys at the road. Hi guys. All right guys, so I'm just gonna break up my white sugar, brown sugar, get it mixed together. Let's add our cinnamon in. It's a lot of cinnamon, but I love cinnamon. Woo. All right, so get this really well mixed in. Once you get it mixed, we're gonna add our oil. So you can see that I still have some chunkies in here. They will dissolve in all the oil. And then you just mix this together. The smell is amazing. I love cinnamon for one, but brown sugar, You can use a hand mixer or you can get your stand mixer. I'm just going by hand today. So get this combined as much as you can. Now, you dump your flour in. All right, now use your big guns to just work this all in. And it's gonna be super stiff, but you'll see, it's worth it. So I'm gonna pull 1.5 cups of this, is what the recipe calls for, but I like a lot of crumble, so I'm not packing it in, I'm just doing like kind of probably 1.5 cups, 1.75 cups. All right, so we're gonna push this guy away, and I'm just gonna take my nuts. Oh, they're packed in there. And these are walnuts that I'm using. And then just mix these guys in. This is your crumble, your topping that is gonna go on top of your beautiful coffee cakes. So in here, you're going to dump your milk, vanilla, baking soda, baking powder, salt. I'm gonna hold off on the vinegar until I get this all mixed in. So I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees and my pans are greased. All right, give it a good scraping down. if you're worried about the baking soda and the baking powder and the salt all being clumped together, mix it in the milk. I realize that's what I was supposed to do, but I'm so excited about this cake that I just kind of went for it. So now that I've got all this mixed in, here's my vinegar. I'm gonna dump in my vinegar and give it a good mix. And you'll notice it kind of changes color and starts to bubble a little bit. That is the chemical reaction that is gonna make this cake rise. Now I'm gonna put this between my two pans. All right, this thing is heavy. So I'm gonna do my best to eyeball into these pans. So you're gonna kind of play the back and forth game. So you don't wanna dilly-dally too much. You wanna get this into the oven because the heat is also a part of that chemical reaction that is going to get this little guy rising. All right. The rest of that's for me. All right, so spread these guys out. And it looks super thin now, it will puff. If you're using gluten-free flour, it doesn't puff much, so I would honestly probably just do it in a 9x13 and have it be a thicker cake. All right, now just sprinkle this, do not pack it in, just sprinkle it on the top. Like I said, I love some topping. Like equal parts topping to cake, I think. Not exactly, but you know, close. And I've seen people that pack it in. If that's how you wanna roll, go for it. I don't like to do that because I feel like the cake kind of comes up around it and kind of mingles with it. All right, these guys are going into a 350-degree oven. I'm gonna check them after 40 minutes. So I'm putting these both on the top shelf, side by side. All right, 45 minutes, and that chemical reaction with that milk, the baking soda and baking powder, and the vinegar is gonna make that sucker rise. All right, don't touch it. We'll be back in 45 minutes. All right. So normally I use a toothpick, but I don't have any. You wanna just stick this in the center, see if it comes out clean. There is a little bit of the crumble on top that moves, but that is done. If they're not done, what you can do is put some foil over the top because these are getting a little bit dark. Put some foil over the top, put them back in for 5-minute increments. Yeah, but otherwise we're gonna let these cool until we can touch them. And then I'm gonna cut them up and send David off to work because he's gotta get going here soon. All right guys, these have cooled enough that I can touch them. Like at the very bottom is still a little warm, but not bad. So you can either cut them with a spatula type thing or a knife. I don't recommend cutting with a knife in the foil because it will rip. So you're just gonna go through that crunchy layer all the way down. So if you're doing this for a party, I would suggest getting it all cut before you go, putting it on their plate or just making it easy for people to get some. All right, let's see. Oh yeah. I love the smell of cinnamon. I don't know if you can hear the crunch of those nuts. That, ooh, so good. It may have gotten a little dark on this side, but still, it's absolutely delicious. I hope you guys try this and enjoy it as much as we do. It does freeze really, really well. So if you only eat half of it, or make two, stick one in the freezer. The other recommendation, do not make half a recipe. I have tried it, it does not come out right. It's flat, the flavor's not there, it just doesn't have the fluff as it would on a normal recipe. So anyway, give this guy a try. See you next time on Cooking on the Farm. Oh yeah, yeah. My arm is tired. And I'm gonna hold, woo. Now I'm gonna put this between the two pans.
You're talking to that camera.
Sorry,